12 rounds is going down, our body bars. Weak channel, stand with a bodyguard. Talk Nation, welcome back everybody. Hey, we're going to get right into it. Vergil Ortiz, Michael McKinson. That fight was called off by Vergil Ortiz due to him contracting rhabdomyolysis. Now we're going to get into the quote that he left for boxing fans and friends and family on his verified Twitter account. Quote, "Sorry to my fans, friends, and family. I was really looking forward to giving you another great fight. First and foremost, I am very sorry and disappointed to not be fighting this Saturday. Camp was going great. I was doing very good in sparring and training in general. But for the last 2 weeks, I didn't feel like myself. I just felt like my body was deteriorating and I didn't know why. And it was frustrating. Being the fighter that I am, I tried toughing it out. But when it's your own body fighting against you, there's little you can do. Luckily, my dad was also able to tell I wasn't right and took me to the doctor. We ran some tests and the doctor concluded that I had rhabdomyolysis. I was hospitalized yesterday and I had to stay overnight. It could have been a lot worse, and I'm thankful that we caught it in time. I'm very sorry if I let you guys down. Believe me, if there was a hair of a chance of me fighting, I would." End quote. Now, before we get into the interview that he had with Brian Custer on the Last Stand podcast, great podcast, by the way. Don't forget to check it out, like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's break down what rhabdomyolysis is. Rhabdomyolysis is a breakdown of muscle tissue that releases a damaging protein into the blood. The muscle tissue breakdown results in the release of a protein, myoglobin, into the blood. Myoglobin can damage the kidneys. Now, this condition is rare, very rare. Fewer than 200,000 U.S. cases per year. Now, this is treatable by a medical professional. Also, it requires a medical diagnosis. Also, lab tests or imaging always required. Now, if this was quote unquote caught late, then naturally Vergil Ortiz would have been in rough shape. But as I got back to when I told you guys about that 2 weeks, if he was dealing with this 2 weeks ago, he just did a Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer 2 days ago, as you guys see on the screen. So why didn't he disclose right then and there that he had rhabdomyolysis, or that he wasn't feeling well, or it was a possibility that the fight might be canceled due to an unforeseen medical condition? He didn't say any of those things. So I'm not going to say that he doesn't have rhabdomyolysis. I'm just going to say, it's strange days before the fight, because it was speculation that he was having weight issues. So if you had a bad weight cut, then you really wasn't putting your all in training. And you said for the last 2 weeks that you just didn't feel right. Again, I seen interviews, shout out to Ellie Sek back in ES News, when he was in camp interviewing Vergil. Vergil looked fine. You know what I mean? He's very talkative. Brian Castano came up, sat right beside him. They was joking, they was talking. So if you didn't feel well, number one, you shouldn't be doing interviews. Number two, you should have been at home resting after you were finished training, because he was clearly chilling. So is he really, ill, sick, not feeling well? As I said, I'm not going to speculate. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. But once I read and look over the facts, what has been presented to everybody can go back and research these same facts. Something just doesn't feel right. But if he does have rhabdomyolysis, I wish him all the best. I hope that he has a speedy recovery, as he stipulated. They caught it early. And as the facts also stipulated, it's very treatable, especially if you catch it early. So hopefully he can treat this ailment and he can get back into the gym. Talk Nation, stand up, is your boy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave your thoughts in the comments, because I know you guys have some. Talk Nation, stand up, is your boy. Peace. "12 rounds is going down, our body bars. Weak channel, stand with a bodyguard."